Hello everyone, welcome to a new process video. I am working on my photos from Austria now, so specifically it will be going into Austria and we hit Salzburg first. So this is on my way there, and this is a full 6x8 page that I'm doing. And this one's a little bit interesting because I have actually decided to use the other side of this. I had something else planned originally, but I thought, well, you know, this says Austria on it. It's the right color, it would work. However, I put a staple through it because I didn't know I was going to use the other side. So I'm going to have to cover that up. But this is what I want to use. So I think I can just place it, you know, strategically, and then that will be fine. Obviously, it says Explore America, which isn't what I want. I was in Europe. So I'm going to cover this up, and I think probably stamp or use alpha stickers to either spell out Europe or Austria. I'm not sure which exactly. It already says Austria, so I'm kind of thinking maybe just Europe because we actually took the train all over when we were in Europe, not just in Austria. So I haven't totally decided on that, but I do want to use the back of this paper. I need to cover up that staple. I've got this card. I need to alter it in some way. There will be no photos on this. It'll just be this and some embellishments. So that's a little unusual for me too. Usually I have at least one photo, but not this time. So we'll just start with this and see how it goes. I want to apologize for my lighting being a little off today. It is winter, obviously, still March, April. That's still, you know, winter time where I live in Minnesota. Normally I have really good light coming in the window where I have my craft room. Today, I don't know what it is. It's just weird. So I apologize for that part of it. You can see a big shadow here. So I'm trying to work more on this side. But one thing hopefully you can see even in this light is that this here really isn't a true white. It's more of an off-white or a cream. So I think when I cover this up, I'm going to use cream cardstock. Now I also noticed this doesn't go end to end, and I don't know if I cut this in correctly. That's just the size it came. I don't remember because I've had it for a while, but I think I'm going to mount it on cream cardstock so that it goes edge to edge and gives a nice border. All right, so I cut out a piece of cream cardstock or off-white and mounted it on here, and I do like the way that looks. And so I think I'm just going to place it strategically over that staple. And I'm going to have it a little bit off center so that I can do something up here. I don't know exactly what that might be yet, but I want to do something. And then there's this big empty green space here. So I'm tempted to stamp maybe something in there, use a label something, maybe do some washi down here. I don't know, but I am happy with the way this looks on the cardstock. So I at least want to get that going. So we'll go like this. All right, there we go. I had a little bit of that cardstock left over, so I cut it at 3/4 of an inch, and that will be just the right size to cover up where it says America. Now again, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I think it has to be this blue though, either way, because I do like the way that looks. It's either that or black because there's black in here. I don't think the green I really want. It's too much red and green, a little too Christmassy. But I think navy or the black when I decide if it's going to be Europe or Austria. All right, when I was off camera, I adjusted some lamps. Hopefully the lighting is a little bit better now. And I also did this. And let me tell you, it's a good thing I didn't record all this because this was a pain in the butt. I could not get the spacing right because these letters are not as big as these. And so the first time I did it, it didn't look right. But I think I have it now, so it'll sit just like that. I also decided to ink the edge in a light brown to bring out this right here, and just so it would give some definition between all the words there. So I have that done. And I can attach it. There we go. Whoop. Make sure I get it even and the spacing correct. There we go. Oh, and you know what? I would love to put a staple there, but I'll have to take this up if I want to do that because it'll go through the other side. Can I lift it up? Yes. All right, good. All right, let's do that. A little sticky there, but that's all right. There, yes. Otherwise it looked too blank. All right, so now we have that. When I was off camera, I also went into my washi and I found this little thing. And this is a really old one. I think it's from A Beautiful Mess, from one of their kits in the past when they were still doing scrapbooking kits. I think I'm going to use a little bit down here or up here, something like that, just to bring in some of that black and white. I forgot to mention that these letters are from Kelly Purkey. Again, I got these in one of her kits. I used to be a subscriber. I'm not currently, but I used to be. And it came in one of the kits that she did. And I love these because they're a very simple font and they're a great size. So that's where those letters came from. And speaking of Kelly Purkey, I have decided, I think that I'm going to stamp. And I pulled out this set. It's actually called Road Trip. It's from Kelly Purkey last year. Obviously, this isn't necessarily road trip, but I like this stamp that says destination with the line. Now, I'm not going to use the north, south, east, west part. I'm just going to use destination in the line, and then I will write in Salzburg. All right, I have stamped that on here, as you can see. And I tried it with doing just an ink pad first, and it was really difficult to get it hanging off the ink pad just enough to not catch everything. So I gave up on that, and eventually I just used this black marker I have. This one happens to be from Close to My Heart. So I just inked the part that I wanted and then stamped it right on there. And I think I forgot to point out that I did my washi, but as you can see, it's there. So I have the letters done, I have the washi, now I have the stamping. So now I have to figure out what the heck am I going to do up here. I think I've come up with something that I can do that will help fill the space up here, but it's also a cool element to add. I have some digital files that I bought and printed, and they're circles, and they say fun travel phrases. So this one is, I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. And I like it because this is very linear, but if I add this, I've got a nice circular element. So I think I'm going to do it right in the middle there, hang it off the top a little bit, and see how I think about that. When I printed these, I actually printed them on some sticker paper so that I could just punch them out and then peel them when they're ready. So I have that here. And let's get it positioned correctly. How about like right there? And then I'll cut off the excess. There we go. Oh, let me find my scissors. I don't know where they are at the moment. I'll be back. So I've attached that. Now normally I would probably put a mini staple up here, but since I have stuff on the other side, I can't really do that. But I think I want to bring in some of this blue. I think I have some things in my stash that have that blue in there, and maybe I could just sort of put something right here, or on, well, no, it would have to be on this side because I've already got washi on the left. So maybe put something right here just as kind of like a mini cluster and to bring in some more color. I went into my stash and I found this set of stickers that I have. These are from Simple Stories. It's the Travel Notes line. You get all of these items in there, and I pulled the sheet that had all of these, and I liked the blue arrows. It's very subtle and small, but it works, I think. And so I put that overlapping here. I still feel like I need something else to bring out something. I'm not sure what. And I noticed there's a little bit of gold here. So I may just do a gold star or something, but something gold just to help that out a little bit. So I've pulled out my gold stars. These are actually foam, and then they're adhesive on there. I think I'm going to use one of the smallest stars that are on here. So I did take the smallest set of stars, it's this one, and it's kind of hard to see on here, but the middle pops out. So this is the outside, that's the inside. And I like where those are placed, but I have to have visual triangle or it's going to bother me. So I'm going to put another one down here. And I did fill in the destination part. So it says Salzburg, so that's done. So I think I'm going to put another star right here by destination. And I think I'm just going to use the inside of this one so that it matches the one that's up top. And I will save this outer piece for a different layout. So there's the tiny, tiny one. So I think maybe just like that. So it almost looks maybe like an asterisk. There. Yeah. And you know what? I think this one is done. I don't think I need to do anything else to it. It says what it needs to say, and I like the visual aspect of it, so I think I'm calling it done. Thanks for watching, everybody.